Alfie could be flown to Italy for life-saving treatment after an air ambulance arrived outside Alder Hey Hospital this afternoon. A court case began at 3:30 p.m. on whether Alfie should be allowed to be flown to Italy, who granted him citizenship earlier this week, for additional treatment. Alfie Evans' life support was switched off last night after doctors said there was nothing more that could be done. However, today Alfie is still breathing. It comes amid a huge campaign to get more treatment for the brave 23-month-old who was diagnosed with an incurable neurological condition in 2016. On Facebook, Alfie's mum Kate James said today, "Alfie has been allowed oxygen and water. How amazing is he? No matter what happens, he has already proved these doctors wrong." But despite life support being taken off, Alfie continues to fight as a campaign to get him flown to Italy for new treatment continues to grow. Tom Evans told reporters outside Alder Hey Hospital in Liverpool, "For 9 hours Alfie's been breathing for now. He's still breathing now. They say Alfie's suffering. We'll look at him now. He's not even on a ventilator, and he's not suffering." Asked what intervention doctors had made, Mr. Evans replied, "They left him for 6 hours without food, water and oxygen. I felt blessed when they confirmed they were going to give him his water and his oxygen. He's now on oxygen. It's not changing his breathing, but it's oxygenating his body. He is still working. He's doing as good as he can. But we do need him to be supported. In the next hour it's going to be hard, but we will need him to be supported in the next hour or two. Because he's been doing it for 9 hours totally unexpected. The doctors are gobsmacked, and I do believe he will need some form of life support in the next couple of hours, and I think he ought to be respected and given that." Alder Hey released a statement just after 9 a.m. that it wouldn't be providing an update on the toddler's condition out of respect for the privacy of Alfie and his family. The statement read, "We wish to reassure patients and families attending Alder Hey Hospital today that we are operating as usual and that, although you will see a police presence, the hospital is calm. Please attend your appointments as normal. Our emergency department is still open, however only attend if you have an accident or emergency that requires urgent care. If it is not an emergency, please attend your local GP or visit your walk-in center. Please be aware, out of respect for the privacy of Alfie and his family, we will not be issuing any updates about his condition. This is our normal and agreed practice with all our patients. We would be grateful if you would respect this approach and not contact any hospital staff or call our switchboard seeking updates. Thank you for your continued cooperation. But this afternoon it was revealed that Mr. Justice Hayden will oversee another hearing on Alfie's case in the Family Division of the High Court from around 3:30 p.m. on Monday. The judge had analyzed issues at a hearing in the same division of the High Court yesterday, but gave doctors the go-ahead to stop treatment and bring Alfie's life to an end. Pictures have also been posted on social media showing Alfie not addict to any medical tubes for the first time since being admitted to Alder Hey in December 2016. Alder Hey Hospital's website has also continued to crash today, and despite going live again, it is still going down intermittently. In a post on Twitter at 7:38 a.m., the Children's Hospital in Liverpool said, "Please note our website is currently down, and we are working to fix the issue." We have no further updates at this moment. A Just Giving page started by Mr. Evans' sister Sarah almost a year ago to raise funds to search for a diagnosis and treatment for Alfie has raised nearly £110,000 from more than 6,300 supporters. Yesterday, Alfie's father said doctors had withdrawn the tot's life support and were refusing to provide the 23-month-old with oxygen. This came after hope had been raised that Alfie could be transferred to Rome for special treatment after he was granted Italian citizenship yesterday. An official statement on the Ministry for Foreign Affairs of Italy's website read, "Ministers Alfano and Manidi have granted Italian citizenship to little Alfie. In this way, the Italian government hopes that being an Italian citizen will allow the child to transfer to Italy." Doctors at Alder Hey had previously said it is not in the youngster's best interests to remain on life support. News that Alfie had been granted Italian citizenship came after the European Court of Human Rights (ECHR) declared they would not intervene in the previous decision by the High Court. There were chaotic scenes outside the hospital when a group of protesters tried to force their way inside after hearing of the ECHR ruling. Police urged protesters to respect families and staff at the hospital and ensure access to the facility was not restricted. In a live Facebook broadcast from inside the hospital, Mr. Evans had said a special hearing was due to take place between Italian officials and the British courts to establish whether the terminally ill tot can travel to Rome. After it emerged Alfie had been granted Italian citizenship, Pope Francis said in a tweet, "Moved by the prayers and immense solidarity shown little Alfie Evans, I renew my appeal that the suffering of his parents may be heard and that their desire to seek new forms of treatment may be granted." Mr. Evans flew to Italy last week to plead for help from the pontiff in the hope of transferring his son to a children's hospital in the city to continue palliative care. Alfie's father posted on Facebook that he had traveled to Rome last Tuesday evening and met the Pope the following morning. Posting photos of himself kissing Pope Francis's hand, he wrote, "Your Holiness, save our son." Alfie suffers from an undiagnosed neurological brain condition that cannot be cured. His parents have already lost cases in the Court of Appeal, Supreme Court and European Court of Human Rights after doctors said it was in the tot's best interests to stop providing life support treatment. They lost an appeal in the Court of Appeal 2 weeks ago, then lost their appeal in the Supreme Court on Friday.